Stafford, and we are here for my first race of Season 2 and my first official race ever in the SRX car. This is the first time slot of the first season with the SRX cars, so this is exciting. We got 40 laps, no cautions. This is a Class D series, which I think is very good, very perfect for this car. And Stafford's a good place to go to at first. Very fun, flat, short track. It's going to be tough, though. This car is a bit of a bear. Really drives similar to the 87s, which is awesome. But that does mean it's going to be tight. And we'll have to manage that throughout the race and try and not let it drive up or wash up the track too much. Like that. Don't have the brakes heated up yet. But here at Stafford, you got that apron, which you can use to help get some turn through the center of the corner and on entry. It's going to be an exciting race. Hopefully it's a clean one. Got a good looking field. This is top split, I believe. Ah, man, I am not able to get it to slow down. I was doing a lot better in practice earlier. I don't think you can change the brake bias on these things. So I'm going to get a better exit out of 4, even though 4 is not my best corner. 19.9, that's alright.
There's the Checkered.
We are number 8. See if we don't... If we get the tires heated up and the brakes heated up, we can actually make turn 1 without going 3 lanes up. Should have been heating up the tires a little bit better on the out lap. We got a much better lap there. Can you change the brake bias? Maybe you can. Oh, you can in the car. You can't in the garage. Interesting. I'm going to leave it default, which is 50. And maybe we'll adjust that as we go. So I was feeling okay in practice running that, so I didn't think you could change it. But saw how much I lost blowing turn 1 that first lap on qualifying. I didn't think you could change it. You can't change it in the garage. You have to do it from the in-car, which is something I just learned. So that's interesting. We are back in 13th. We got Kyle in here with us in the 11 and 19.8 from him. Mark in here as well. We run very poorly, but that's all right. Colton in here as a number 4. We'll give Mark a good look. We qualified 13th out of the 15 that put in a lap, so that stinks, but everyone's right on top of each other. We would have been 8th or 9th here if we'd run our best lap that we just were doing in practice. But we're only number 8, so I'm not too concerned. We'll see how this goes. We're starting on the inside. And look, nothing, you can't adjust it in the garage. You can do the steering offset, but I'm never going to mess with that probably. But here we are, season number 2, 2024. Here in the SRX, brand new car. At a great short track. We get nearly a 5K strength of field for a short track.
It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp.
If we get a top 10, I would be more than happy with that. We'll have to see how this race ends up being. Hopefully it's a nice, clean, fun race. I think it will be, because these fields are a little bit on the smaller side. I think it's like 16 car limit. That's what we got here, so. And everybody seems up and ready to go, and we're ready to roll off for our first laps here. Just got to be aware of those brakes being extremely unwieldy in the first few corners, as we experienced.
It's the 15 car.
Might be worth trying to get him warmed up a little bit on the pace lap here. Stafford, not one of my better short tracks, typically. I tend to struggle here, but I do enjoy racing it. And I think this car suits it very, very, very well. So we should be able to have a good, clean race, I think. Try and take care of the tires, take care of the car. No cautions, so we'll definitely want to try and do everything we can to avoid the wrecks and lose as little time as possible. If there are any wrecks, it may be a fairly clean one. I think it has a good chance of being that way. But good luck to everybody. Brand new season. And I'm going to be running a full season of this car, I think, because I think this is going to be a ton of fun.
Get ready.
We'll see what the tire wear is going to feel like as well. Watching some races, it didn't seem like it had very much, but we'll see once we actually get out here. We are rolling. That car got loose on the start and gassed it up. He might have been in first gear or something, so we get a couple spots there. Let's roll it down, run the bottom. Try not to stomp the throttle. Get in behind Colton. And actually look to his inside as the white car makes contact. We gotta go to his outside. This might get us cycled to the wrong side of the track. Wrong lane.
Clear low, clear low.
Okay, we can get in behind him now. Getting really stacked up on the bottom. Alright, see if we can get settled in here. Maybe start making our way forward a little bit. Oh, Colton's getting spun. I'm getting spun.
Clear high, go high. Outside, all clear, all clear. Go high, inside.
That was unfortunate. I think we recovered from that fairly well. We just got ran over there checking up for Colton and them.
No damage to report.
No damage. Just got to be careful. Those tires are hot now. You see that from Mark behind us. They just got so stacked up on the bottom, and we all just kind of accordioned into each other, it looked like. Unfortunately, that gets us spread out, and that sends Colton to the back. We actually gained a spot out of that. We're in 11th now, but we've got a long way to go now. And I don't think we're quicker than Mark. We will see, though. Thankfully, we spun and got turned right, turned the right direction, and we're able to keep going. Man, I keep missing the corner bad. Oh my gosh, no turn at all out of 4 there. Forgot to unmute them as well. My gosh, I cannot get it to turn. What is going on here? We might need to move the brakes. Tires did not like getting in that wreck, I guess. Oh my gosh. We're going to end up losing more than just this spot. Well, it would have been nice to test out how the tires were going to feel long run. I think the readings are going to be kind of tainted now because I think they just were completely killed from that spin. Because I cannot get any rotation anymore. And I did like a 10-lap run in practice, and it was feeling fine that whole time. Let's try and roll a little bit lower, see if we can clip that apron some, get some rotation that way. And if that doesn't work, we'll move the brakes. That seems to be helping now, though. Get into a rhythm, hopefully. But unfortunately, it looks like the only way we're getting more spots is if they wreck. And now that we're so spread out, we may not see any more of that. Gotta get these things slowed down. Just like the 87s, you gotta slow them down for the corner before you get to the corner.
The leader just did a 20.011.
20.0 from the leader. We're doing 20.0s, looks like. 20.1. Are putting some distance between us and Mark. Using that apron to our advantage if we can. trying to anyway. Up ahead, they are kind of stacked up on each other, but I think it's only a 3-car group. Okay. That kind of came out of nowhere. Jumping on the throttle too hard. Don't need to be doing that. We can clip that apron to get it to turn, but if we're jumping on throttle on exit and almost losing it, that's not going to gain us anything. It's only going to hurt us more. Stop blowing turn 1. I gotta back it up. Gotta slow down earlier. Overdrove that as well. It'll take me a full season probably before I can get to where I can drive this without making a mistake every lap. Almost a halfway.
The leader just did a 20.1.
So still quite a bit of race left, but they're still 3.5 seconds ahead to the first car ahead of us.
We got a slow car up ahead.
We got something going on, maybe, maybe not. Might have been a lap car, I don't know. We did not gain a spot. I didn't see anybody slow. We're not gaining anything on these guys, unfortunately. If they get side by side and race for a bit, maybe we'll start closing in, but it's still going to be too far, I think. We just got caught up in that wreck, and that took us out of it instantly.
Go get him.
Just got to halfway. I think we would have been okay had we not gotten hit from behind. I was getting slowed down for it, and I think I was going to be able to dodge low. And I was kind of pointing the car to go that way. But then we just got instantly spun so quickly that we got turned right back around. I think we got the tires back under control. Trying not to let it slide up so much, trying to use a little bit of apron to get it to turn.
Got one stopped up high.
Another car stopped.
Go low.
That is 4 position, and I'm about to slide up into it. Couldn't tell who that was. That is unfortunate there, though, for them. But we benefit from that. Get a top 10.
Good job, man. You're in the top
He may have
10.
gotten hit,
There you
or
go,
maybe
man. Good job.
overcooked it on entry. I don't know. Good job to him, though, keeping it up there and letting us get by without trying to get turned around.
4, 3, 4.
It's so hard to see from where he was sitting who's coming. You have to really rely on the F3 relative. But we have hardly not gained anything. You're like only 2/10 closer to this group ahead than we were 15 laps ago. Everyone's kind of the same speed right now. I'm trying my best to take it easy. They are starting to race more ahead, so that's going to get them slowed down a little bit. We're lucky we didn't get damage from that, though, and we're lucky we spun to the inside where nobody else was. The only contact we had with anybody was the rear when he sent us around. We were just in the grass after that. Unfortunate for Colton, though. He just got caught up in that, same as us. And Mark, I guess, as well. He was up ahead of Colton, so they must have really started in front of him. Alright, we're starting to close in now. They're racing side by side. With how tight these things are, I can imagine it being very tough to get a pass made if they're fighting on the outside. It looks like the 13 did make the pass, so now we might stop catching up. Overdrive it again.
The leader just did a 20.5.
20.5. Tires are falling off really fast now.
We have 10 to go this time by.
20.6 from us. We were running 20.1s like 5 laps ago, it felt like. And all of a sudden, we've hit that wall. But we are catching up to this 15 car now, so maybe our tires are a little bit better. But are we going to have enough laps to do anything? Maybe. Probably will take a mistake. And keep us from getting loose or hitting the wall. We are not really gaining anything. Oh, he got a big loose moment in there that time. Lost a bit of ground. I think people have those brakes pretty far forward. Which is probably helping, but it can get you loose on entry. Got another car stopped ahead. Must have reset. Don't see anything. We're running out of laps. This guy's not making any more mistakes since the one we just saw. Mark's catching up quickly now, all of a sudden. And I'm trying to spin it out on exit still.
5 laps to go. It's going well. Keep at it.
Going well. I guess it's a top 10, like I said.
The leader just did a 20.626.
Trying anything I can without sliding up too much. Just not a lot I can do. Just really wanting to get loose on exit of 4 right now.
Two laps to go.
2 to go. We pulled within a second. Just not going to be enough time. Put the pressure on if we can, and maybe they'll make a mistake. Gonna be getting white flag next time. If we had 20 more laps, then we'd probably be able to do it. Probably get there in 10 and then spend 10 laps trying to make the pass. He goes wide, but he's going to be able to get a good exit.
A good one.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Good one.
And he's going to hold on. We'll come away with a 10th place. Not too bad. Would have been cool to see what we could have gotten if we hadn't gotten wrecked at the beginning, but
There's the Checkered.
overall, not too bad.
There you go, man. Good job, driver.
Let's take a look at what those tires say. Good wind to River. He said hi before, I think. Tires, 87/94, even on the lefts, 97. Definitely wearing out that right front, but that's not actually that bad. I think we could have gone another 40 laps and been fine. Unfortunate for Colton, he falls to 12th. Mark falls from 8th to 11th. We wind up with a 10th. And maybe that's all we would have been able to got. This is a 5K strength of field almost. But it would have been cool to see if we could have stayed with that pack. Might have been able to get up into a couple of extra spots, but not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know what the schedule looks like, but I'm sure it's a bunch of fun short tracks, so I'm going to look forward to the rest of the season, and hopefully we'll have some more good, clean racing, hopefully have better runs. Let's take a look at how that wreck was caused. We got the 12 gets super loose, gassing it up through the gears, and the 9 goes low, and I think the 9 got a black flag for that. He finishes a lap down. He passed before the line underneath him. That's unfortunate. And then we got people trying to get off the corner, and then that guy's got to get low to get to pit road, and I don't know if 13 knew that, and he misses pit road anyway. Then this is where they're stacking up. Colton just gets driven into by the 16, and I think he gets up into Mark. 16 just gets into the back of him, sends him, unfortunately. Right up into Mark, and then I'm checked up for this. And then I get hit by the 14. Just barely, and that just insta-spun us. But me and Mark get turned around fairly quickly. And the 12 got in that. He went high. He had the best line, but then the 14 goes high to try and miss it. He winds up wrecking. Colton, unfortunately, finishes parked the wrong direction. We got really lucky for us to get spun there and then be able to get turned right back around. Really unlucky for Colton. He gets just drilled and then up into Mark, and all three of us wind up spinning. And we pass Mark on the outside there. 15's gonna get loose on the exit of 4 a little bit, grab the wall. We did that a couple times. Grab the wall there. More wall. We only saw like one more incident. The guy stopped in 1 and 2. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. It's just going to be a bunch of wall hits, I guess, from the 15. Might be broken. 16 grabs the wall. Then the 6 gets into the wall. Is this contact here? Is this why we saw a guy spun? Maybe not. Or maybe it is. Yeah. 6 just drills the back of the 3 there. Unfortunately, that sends the 3 up the track, and he does a good job of sitting up there and waiting. And then the 3 maybe trying to catch up to the 6 to get him back after coming out of the pits or getting back going. I don't know, but he overdrives it underneath the 9 and ends up turning himself. 9 loose there, but then 3 just doesn't turn in. He washes way up, not clear. Know where the 9 can go there. And that's it. So, not much happened besides that first wreck and then the 3 car. So, we got unlucky, but for getting unlucky, we didn't end up actually too bad. I wish we could have been able to stay up there with the people that were racing, but big stack up. We all got caught up in it. Overall, we still got a top 10, so not too terrible. Looking forward to the season. It's going to be a lot of fun racing, I think.